right, guys, here we are to talk about Jessica Jones Season 2, Episode 12. So we're getting there, closer to the end of this season. Things are starting to wrap up, I suppose.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on this episode?
I had to recapture my my impressions here about this whole thing.
What is your first note in your phone Rolodex thing?
My first note is, I'm the reason she's obsessed with powers. This has happened before Doctor... This doctor is the worst actress on the planet.
Do you think she's still going to develop powers?
Yes.
You think so?
Of course. This ends...
Do you think it's going to happen this season?
It looks like it's not, right? This was episode 12. There's only 13 episodes.
I would guess.
Tease it, right?
We will get the actual end of the season, like the last seconds is like her glowing or whatever the fuck it is.
Some tease of some dumb thing.
Or like it just saves them from whatever the problem is, and then like, you know, like, what was that? And this fucking thing ends.
I don't know. I kind of hate this. Do you hate this? Am I wrong?
It's gone we described so many directions that I think would have been like ideal and good, and I don't know that this is the direction that I would have. Well, obviously, not that I would have chosen. I do think there are ways to paint themselves out of this corner, but I think it could be a little rocky.
Did I say this last week?
What's that?
Like, I feel like I'm being a hypocrite because I'm always like, oh, you didn't earn this. You didn't set this up. Like, you didn't do this right. And this show, like, appears to have set these things up, but I'm still like, I'm not feeling this. This doesn't work.
You can set something up and it not be good.
I don't even think it's, like, being done poorly. I'm just like, nah. I just make that face.
Most of my critiques are not that something
okay.
isn't, like, in quotes, good. It's that I think there was a better path to choose that was already in line with what you may have had going on, and either they didn't see it, or for whatever reason they chose not to, or things conflicted. So I've been a little upset with things like that. What else?
This feels like a weird thing, and it shouldn't, right? Because she has been doing the inhaler, and she did the super drugs at the end of season one.
It all clicks.
It should.
Knocking 3 times. I get it.
I should say, of course she wants powers, but it just felt so out of character and weird for her. It didn't make sense.
What felt weird to me was, like, you know, keeping her in the morgue as this like safety thing.
Yeah.
But then there's still no doctors to keep her still fucking alive. She is there like in jeopardy. And it seems like it took a while before they came to, like, you know, help her.
Yeah, I don't know. I like at the end, right when she has a seizure and stuff, and she's doing whatever. Yeah, I don't know if the morgue is the best place to be if you actually need medical treatment.
Well, I don't know if it's as long as there are doctors there. Like a morgue seems like it could be fine. But especially when you don't know what's wrong with her, wouldn't you need her to be close to like all the different machines she could possibly need?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like proximity-wise, there's not a doctor with some other patient right next door that can run in, right? So there's more of a.
But I also understand, like, well, what good is it being near machinery if she's dead? Because, like, you know, a monster mutant can find her,
and
that makes sense.
Yeah. It's still, I still can't get over it because I remember when Mrs. Jones said, you're just jealous because we have powers and screw you, and I was like, wait, what? And then she was so like angry at Trish, and it's like, well, she's an irrational monster, and I'm like, I guess it just doesn't feel good to me, and I feel so dumb because
because not that it wasn't set up, but it was also like hit on the nose a couple times. You're like, okay, yeah, you did set that up, but maybe if you didn't do this thing, it would have felt a little bit more natural.
Yeah, it just feels clunky to me, but it's totally shouldn't, and I'm acknowledging that. Something about this is like different because I'm usually when someone pulls something, I can say something and like make a clear cut, open and shut. Here, like the prosecution rests. I feel great about it. You didn't do this. You should have done that. You could have done this. You waited too long to do that. You never did this. This was at the last. But I can't do that here, and I'm still like. She wants powers now, and like Jessica's mom hates her and is like trying to kill her now, and I'm just like,
well, Jessica's mom has hated her and has had more and more in quotes reasons to hate her as the time has gone by, and she wants a piece. She wants the whole thing.
It feels like one of those things that we always complain about in things where it's like, just talk to this person. Like, what are you doing? Right? I don't know. And like, she can't be reasoned with. She's the Hulk.
That's also true. Yeah. So I can. If ever I can understand the not reasoning thing and the trying to kill people thing and the whatever thing, this does seem to be that one. But,
and I may just like not like it, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
So in this episode, we take a number of crazy twists and turns. There's the murdering of a cop by quote unquote intentional accident.
That was what was so weird to me because even if you just wanted to get out of there, had she just from behind her body jumped out of the window,
Shove
she
the cop.
wouldn't have murdered a cop,
Yeah.
and she still would have not got shot because she would have been in front of someone would be screening her.
Yep.
And I don't know how you think you're not going to get shot when you've killed cops. So like that's a thing.
Yeah.
And she is at least afraid of being shot. So that's at least good. So she's not invulnerable. She has been shot. She was leaking an incredible amount of blood over her boot, which I was like, what the fuck is that about? But I'm not a nitpicker.
No, not you. That's not the stuff I know.
I don't nitpick.
I don't, because and this has been this constant, escalation with her. I wish I liked this more. I don't know why I don't like this. I feel like something's wrong with me.
I thought it was weird how the cops like kind of blamed Jessica for some of this, and I'm like, she told you not to go there. She said you couldn't handle this. You followed her anyway. She ran ahead. She was kind of actually handling it. She broke her down, and she was humanizing, and like we could have had a totally different scenario here, but you fucked it up. So what? But you don't want to hear that because your partner just died. So whatever.
I know. It feels more forced than usual, I guess is what I'll just say. I don't know. When characters make decisions and stuff, it's not just like a dumb decision. It's like a decision that I don't feel right about.
Sure.
But yeah, there's been this constant escalation of like, well, if they catch me now, I'm screwed, and then you do something worse, and it's like, well, now I'll be really screwed. I have to run even more, and it's like more
and no
and
one's
more
looking
and more
for that
and
RV.
more and more.
Like the fuck, it's been gone for how long? How many RVs like that are in the city? How hard would it be to find that? Where'd you park? Where did you park? Honestly.
That guy is still doing whatever with his
the dad never came out.
stupid. Yeah.
The dad's plan was actually to leave him there.
Right. It was a perfect crime played into his hands.
Just a real quick jump to the ending bit here.
Okay.
So Jessica like, oh, meet at my apartment, and like the mom knows where that is, and they go there, and the mom like gets like the drop on her, grabs the gun, and like fucking clubs her in the face.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit, bro.
Yeah.
You just gun butted her like right in the face. That kills people.
And she's like, ooh, sorry, baby, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
she like
fine,
caught her
fine.
like right afterward, but
Yeah.
Jesus, that's a hit.
Wait, so like it's
was that the last? How did it exactly end? Was that the moment it ended?
That's basically the end.
Was there one beat after that, or was that literally the end?
That is basically the end.
That was the end.
Oh, so okay, if you want to call it a beat, it ends with them driving away
in the
that
camper,
RV
and that's when
somewhere,
I was like, what the fuck?
Okay. Yeah, and so right, this whole season we've been like, well, who is our big bad? What is our major struggle? What are we trying to overcome?
And we're still getting there.
I guess it's
hulked out mom.
I guess it's the mother, right? Mm-hmm. And she has to save Trish like from the mother. I guess still. Could her mom still want to hurt Trish? Is that her plan still? Can she think that that's going to bring her and Jessica closer together?
No,
at
she
this
can't.
point?
She can't be thinking that. It doesn't mean she doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I think she's just trying to save her relationship with the daughter. She knows if she goes to jail forever, she's not going to see her.
Right.
Kidnap her, try to hold her and make her whatever. Jess is going to break out. Malcolm's going to come back and help out. You're going to get Trish with some powers.
Well, okay, but so they're driving somewhere, right? Presumably they end up at a cabin.
They're driving
Heisenberg's
to
there.
the barn where Luke Cage got his
skin
back,
treatment worked on. I don't know where they're going. I don't know how that's gonna advance us and have a satisfying like crescendo for the season, like an ending here. But yes, we're gonna get some sort of tease with Trish's powers. We didn't see Malcolm at all. That's gonna come back into play, obviously.
Yeah.
So
we got 2 episodes left, or is this
one
four?
episode left. So in one episode, we have to resolve and I assume get rid of the mother character for this, from the show. Like she can come back someday.
Yeah, she either has to
just
flee
gone.
or die. Yeah,
right. She's either permanently on the run or she goes to the raft. Right.
Yeah.
We have to tease Trish's powers. Right. So hopefully maybe Jessica's trying to save Trish and then like Trish like saves herself. I don't need saving or whatever.
Yeah.
But we can't really set up a conflict there. We don't have enough time between Jessica and Trish. Right. And then like Malcolm has to come back, right?
Malcolm will come back to like save the day.
Yeah.
Trish will show the powers.
So, like,
Jessica will break out of her shackles or whatever.
Okay, but like the end result of this has to be that Jessica learns that family's not this, raging bull that you happen to have genetic ties to.
Exactly.
Family is your, like, adopted sister and, like, Malcolm and the people that really matter. And, like, really, you can't push those people away.
I really liked that scene where the mom was about to kill Trish and she's like, you already did this to me once. Don't take away my family again.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
in my,
like that. I
note
thought that was a good.
Please don't.
A good scene.
I like wrote it down. I like hit the text to speech. No, I didn't.
I was gonna say, when you hit text to speech, did you record her saying it?
No, I will like talk into the thing
Oh, you're sick.
and like record a line.
Mom,
But I don't think I
don't
did
take my family again.
Yeah.
Save.
Yeah, I think I did it, but I don't think I did. No, it was a great line because like I forget how she phrased it.
And
Unfortunately,
the eyes looked good.
Yeah.
And, like, it really played for me.
I've been critical of her acting, and like in this and the last episode, I thought she was really doing some good
Shining
stuff.
up a little bit more.
And that's a perfect example. That line where she's like, "Please, please don't do this to me again," or whatever. That was like really awesome. And that kind of got through to her mom, and like that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully, I've like missed something, and something really cool will happen that I'm not expecting, and I'll be pleasantly surprised. But
Well, as all the Marvel series have done, it won't end strong.
okay,
I think that's been an issue with most of the series, where there's not this super hard ending. Jessica,
That's
though, had a
true.
pretty good ending on her last season, so
Yeah.
maybe she is the exception. It doesn't seem like it's building up to that,
no.
but we'll see.
Jessica Jones was my rock. Jessica Jones was the one that I was into. Every other
You
one.
were the chosen one,
It was supposed
Jessica.
to bring the father together. I was like, because all of them really, like, they kind of slow down it, in the middle. They might focus on something for a whole episode you don't really care about, right? But like Punisher ended okay, right? Like maybe not the last episode.
Yeah, not the last episode,
like,
but it was rising
There's
to interest.
there's like interest in the beginning. There's maybe a lull or like a side plot you don't love. Then there's a spike, and then we end in a way that's like, oh, we're setting something up, or like we're doing something fan servicey, or we're having a fun thing, right? We're gonna go fight in like a room. I don't know. Sigourney Weaver will be there, like whatever. But in between, there's like good stuff happening, right? And in episodes, usually like 9, 10, 11, you get this cool, like in Jessica Jones, when like her wife is like brainwashed by Kilgrave to like cut her, and she's like, they're like, she's like chasing her through their apartment, like cutting her and all that stuff. Like that stuff, like oh my god, like all these like awesome moments and all that stuff.
No, very.
And I don't think we've had that in this season.
Not particularly.
The other thing that happened in this episode was some Hogarth resolution stuff.
Yes, and that worked out so much better than I would have anticipated.
Better for whom?
Well, not for anyone but Hogarth.
Better for you as the audience, or better for Hogarth on paper? Or whatever?
Both, I think. I think both. I like that, like, she used her brain to get the job done because she's not this killer.
Yes.
She got them killed. I like
That's
that.
true.
Not only did she like fuck her over, but then you see that the files was her, like, were from her tracking down her items that they stole. I think that's great. I wonder now also. Actually, that won't work out. I thought it would be great, though, if like a couple of the possessions were still there, and they're like, we discovered your stolen materials, or blah, blah, blah. But she didn't really report it stolen, so that can't happen.
Okay, and they like pawned it and stuff.
Yeah, so they pawned most everything.
there.
So, and even if they were holding on to something, she wouldn't get it back because she didn't report the crime.
What I was really hoping for here is when she calls into the 911 call is to like put on a voice a little bit, but she just talked in her own voice.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, "Oh my god, I heard a gunshot." Like should have been like weirdly out of character. She's like, "Oh my god, she's diabolical. It's amazing." Because like Jessica does that when she calls, like, "Hello, I don't know. He's late again." Like she like does the whole thing and she like rolls her eyes and like is like, "This is disgusting, but I have to do this." So like I would have liked a little taste of that because
I think I liked her not doing that better.
Okay,
because
then she's
calculated,
identifiable.
She's cold.
Ah.
Well, calling from her own cell phone, she's unidentifiable anyway. It wouldn't matter if you masked your voice.
Okay, so how are they gonna cover up that whole like plot hole or whatever there?
What's the plot hole? I heard a gunshot.
Why is she there?
I was driving by, I heard a gunshot.
No, what?
There's nothing to connect them to her.
I guess not officially.
So
but,
she's fine. She didn't report it. She didn't
I
report
guess.
anything. She has nothing. They don't have any of her stuff anymore. There's nothing
That's
to tie her
still,
to it.
like, a
It was a
huge-
gun that was filed serial number. Like there's nothing to tie it to
but
her.
that's like a huge unnecessary risk you could have avoided by like.
Well, even
taking some
if there was
steps or
any
whatever,
risk,
yeah.
she's one of the best lawyers in the city. I don't think she's getting hit.
I'm sure she'll be fine, but
Also,
that
she's gonna
seems
die
like
in like a year.
weird gap. Yeah, she probably doesn't care anyway. Right?
What would she give a shit for?
No, but I like that we got to see Turk. We got to see the whole thing.
Yeah, that was cool. Haven't seen him in a bit.
He reprises his role as always being. Has he been in every single one, or did he miss one early on? I think.
I think he might have been in
He
all
might
of
have
them.
been in every single
and
one.
I do
right?
like
It's
that
really
he said,
cool.
like, do you want money or do you want a favor?
Yeah.
I'll save this. I think I'm gonna need your service. So you're gonna see him again, of course.
I love that.
Yeah.
I actually totally love that. I had a lot of fun with that. I'm glad that you didn't hate it because I thought you might have hated
I
it.
like the cameos.
Well, I mean, like Hogarth. So, like so it's episode 12. We devoted a lot of screen time to this thing with Hogarth, right? There's her like going to pawn shops and calling the phone, right? So I was afraid it was going to be like, man, we need to get on with it. Why are we doing all this? But I really enjoyed this because it was like showing Hogarth doing what we've seen. Because
she's PI in it. I like it.
Yeah, like Jessica Jones should be about Jessica Jones. It's like when people are critical of Batman movies for Batman not being like a detective anymore. It's like Jessica Jones is a PI. She should be PIing, right? So when we have too far of a stretch where she's not taking pictures or like faking a thing or like doing something to get into somewhere, right? It feels weird, right? So I like this. So I like that she was doing the same. She's doing like field work. It's like in a movie when an agent does like, I'm gonna go do my own field work.
And she's a smart cookie, so she took care of business. I like that. Dead and ruin another one's life. I also want her to show up to the glass window when she's in prison and say, "Yeah,
what now?
He didn't cheat on you."
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not taking your case. Goodbye.
No, I honestly liked that a lot too. Like it was kind of cheesy, but like showing us like I didn't actually think that she really found out this like dirt on the guy.
It's believable enough that it tricked the person because you're like he's a con man clearly. Who's to say a con man is not conning all the time?
Yes. And it was so good to not let the audience in on that until the end.
Oh yes,
and most definitely. And the way they did, like you're saying, is like a super good choice. There was no, because she may not actually ever have to articulate it. She can just, but then having her look at it and kind of smirk and go like, I'm fucking badass. That's awesome.
Yep.
Right? I really enjoyed that part. You got him.
That was a good moment. I was like happy because I was like, she's gonna kill them. That seems so out of character. And then when she didn't, I was like, great, that's in character.
That too. When they reveal that it's a gun, you're like, she's.
Oh, I knew it was a gun.
She's going down. She's taking everybody with her or whatever. Yeah. Well, because I was thinking either gun or some sort of like a drug or something, like he was saying, right? But it's like, is it for you or someone else, right? And the whole like, like I'm not sure what to say or something like that. So I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
She was gonna buy that like Russian kill yourself drugs or whatever.
Yeah. Nah, that's not her style anymore. She's got revenge on her mind.
Either way, I thought it was gonna be revenge, so it's gonna be like, okay.
No, I liked it.
There we go.
Are there other things to touch on this?
We breezed through like a lot of stuff. I have a lot of notes about like actual individual things that happen. Or
what do you got? Anything?
No, nothing good. That was not a lead into anything. I was just saying like there's really nothing else to say. I liked Trish waking up and calling Jessica an asshole. That was fun.
Yeah, I also was like, all right.
Well, because it's part of the same plot where she's like, now she wanted powers. So, were we supposed to believe that she was so strung out on like withdrawal from the inhaler? Like, is there something to justify this behavior?
I don't think that at all.
She
I think
had
it
a
was
gun.
That she saw her last opportunity.
She kidnapped Malcolm and she had a gun and she was like driving around to get supplies. Like, it was super out of character, super weird for her.
Her character has taken such a turn in many directions.
Such a big fan of Trish. Why is this happening to me?
She's not my favorite.
I love Trish, and now I don't love Trish anymore. It's very sad. Maybe they can redeem it.
She's too unreliable that she can't be one of my favorites. She doesn't get it.
Well, this feels wrong, I guess. Maybe that's the whole thing I'm trying to get at.
The issue is someone so articulate, who has like a talk show, who's intelligent, like, I'm, the definition of all, like, like a higher thinking person, to like not be able to draw these conclusions and think about ways to do things and just become like a thug. Like, it doesn't seem like who this person should be, and it seems like a stretch. Like, you should have either made her more of like a timid character who wants to be stronger, because she seems like a strong person.
Yes.
Like, period. Right. So it just didn't seem to, it doesn't really click for me.
And they're trying, but for some reason, I'm glad that you feel the same way, because I thought you were going to explain to me why I was wrong and how it does work.
Oh, well, you're wrong. And I could go into some detail here.
I know that if you wanted to do that, you could. And I could too, honestly, right? Because she had that audition and she fell on her face, right? And she's like, I don't have anything anymore, so I need powers, and I have to get some crazy doctor that created a monster that wants to kill me to like do the same thing to me. It doesn't make
She's too smart for that. I don't think it would happen.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We have one more episode. My hopes are still high.
No, and I don't even have predictions because nothing has gone any way that I could have predicted so far. So I feel like I'll be so off base in like my this will be what should happen. This is the good stuff, and it will just not happen. So I'm not going to put that evil out into the world, and I'm going to hope they just do what I want.
You'll do a 10-step prediction, and the first one will go left, and you'll just have
it all fall apart.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think we hit all the safe ones. Like we're going to see Malcolm. We're going to see some hint of powers or a tease or something, and the mom will be out of the picture for season 3.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let us know in those comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.